Okay, so hello everybody and welcome to our first group meeting. If everybody could, if you could just mute your microphone, that way we don't have any background noise. You should see that at the bottom. You have the option to mute. Anytime you need to talk, you can unmute unmute yourself. You also have a video if you want to share your pretty face, and you can do that as well. That just helps so we don't have a lot of background noise. And again, I get distracted very easily. So if I hear any background noise, then likely I'll forget what I was even saying. But so this is our first ever group meeting. So we are going to call it Creating Your Future. And we're super pumped about this. A lot of us leaders got together and we just wanted to do something that was beneficial for everybody. And the cool thing is that we all have different things to bring to the table. We all have different strengths and weaknesses, and that's including you too. You all have very good things you can share with us, and we are hoping, hey Christy, that we are, oh, we still got people joining. Y'all, I get all messed up when people get on here. But anyways, we are hoping to just bring a variety of different people on here to talk to you guys every week. We will be switching out. It'll be different leaders talking to you. We will even have different people talking on different topics, even from other, like even about the Amy app. I know that Stephanie's talked to people so that some people will come and inform us more on the Amy app. We will have leaders in our group as well as leaders in other groups come in to talk to you. We have made a list of things that we feel like we could grow on, and as well as things that our team always seems to have trouble with. So we're going to try to always stick with topics that we think is going to help benefit everybody. So that is the goal of this. I know sometimes we all get sick of hearing from the same person. I know my team personally gets sick of only hearing from me. Your team might personally get sick of only hearing from you. So this time, or like the way we're doing it this way, is you're going to get to talk and listen and learn from a variety of different people. We all train different. Again, we all have different strengths and weaknesses, and I think it's going to be huge and super beneficial to everybody. So I am kicking off tonight's meeting. And I just want to thank you guys all for being here first and foremost. Thank you for showing up. If you've not heard, you have to show up to go up. So thank you guys for being on here. If you're not on here, then hopefully you are watching the replay. I am a huge training junkie. So I truly believe those of you guys who watch training are likely to be more successful. That is just my own opinion. You are learning from others, taking what they say works for them and trying to implement it to your business. That way you can be more successful as well. So thank you guys again for showing up. Again, I've got my notes over here. I'm going to try to move here. That way I don't get lost, and we will just dive right in. So Stephanie jumped on just for a second. She is out in the mountains. She doesn't have good service. Let me see. I don't even know. Stephanie, do you have anything to say before I get started?
I just have to echo what you had to say. Really excited about the fact that we have decided to combine our efforts and really push one another and work together. And I'm excited to see so many people on here. And I am guessing that I probably am going to lose service in about 10 minutes about judging where we're at, but I will just listen while I can. And thank you for being willing to do this one.
Okay, well, thank you. And I'm excited to get started. So tonight we are going to start with something that seems super simple, but it's actually super vital in your business, and that's consistency. Because consistency is vital in every aspect of your business. So whether you're having trouble getting orders, sponsoring, repeat customers, promoting, getting paid at title, more than likely, somehow that's going to fall back on some type of consistency that you might not be doing. Okay, so everything goes back to consistency, because in this business, you need to be consistent pretty much in everything. So I'm going to start out with just some general info, maybe a little bit deeper, and then we will go on a little farther. Bear with me. Some of this stuff you guys might be like, oh my gosh, I already know this. Why are you saying this? But some people need to hear it, okay? And I have a big long list here that I truly hope will help somebody. when I'm going through these lists, if you have a pen and paper, if you have a question that comes up, write it down and I will answer questions at the end. But I also just hope that you guys, if I say something and it might trigger and be like, man, maybe that's what I'm not doing. Maybe that's what my problem is. Look and reflect on your own business and see if any of this kicks in. And maybe you know that you should be doing it, but whenever it's actually said out loud, you're like, hey, that's probably my problem. That's not what I'm doing. Maybe that's why I'm struggling. So again, we're going to start a little bit deeper, and then we're going to go a little bit more into kind of straightforward into your business. So we are going to start with being consistent and having dreams. Okay, we are starting basic, guys, about big, scary dreams. Okay, and you always have to keep this in your business. You always have to remember your why. We're starting with your why and being consistent and having these big dreams. I want you to always have some type of dream that you're working towards, whether it be never working outside of the home again, whether it being working part-time, never missing a ball game or a school function that your kid or grandkid might have, owning a vacation home, retiring your spouse, growing a college fund for your child. You always want to be consistent in having a big, scary dream, because that's going to make you work your business harder, okay? So you always have to have those big, scary dreams. And if you don't know that Scentsy can do this stuff for you guys, then you need to look it up. Scentsy can be life-changing, and I'm not just saying that, okay? Scentsy has changed so many lives, and it's not just, it can be a hobby if you want it to be, but it can be a life-changing business that can truly set you apart from others, okay? So you always want to be consistent in having big dreams. You're always going to have your dreams. Consistent in busting excuses, okay? I'm too busy. You're going to make the time. You don't have the time. You're going to make the time. There's too many consultants in my area and nobody's going to buy from me. You better be stepping up your game, okay? You're going to bust those excuses, and you're going to be consistent in busting those excuses. Consistent in believing in yourself. I know you guys are like, Shonda, this is just crazy, but I promise we're getting somewhere. And again, some people need to hear this. Consistent in believing in yourself. If you tell yourself you can't, or if you doubt yourself, you're not going to do it, okay? You are your biggest critic half the time, and if you don't believe in yourself, then you're not going to do it. For example, I'm guilty. I've told my team, I've been like, guys, you better be preparing, because, you know, come December and January, it's going to slow down. It is going to slow down, but you know what I mean? My business and my sales is not going to slow down unless I let them. I might have to work harder to get those sales, but I'm going to do it. If I tell myself, Shonda, you can't get 2,000 PRV in December, then it's not going to happen. Okay, if I tell myself, Shonda, you're not going to get paid at title in January, it's not going to happen. So instead, I have to believe in myself, and I know that it's going to happen. So believe in yourself. I will hit director. I will promote. I will get paid at title. I will get that $600 paycheck. I will sponsor a new teamie this month. I will have a good January. There's not going to be a slow month in my business. Do it and don't stop until you reach that goal, okay? Consistent and being positive. Okay, guys. So people is going to buy off of people that they like, know, and trust. That's just how it is, okay? They like, know, and trust. They're not likely to buy off of you if you're going to be a negative Nancy, okay? Nobody wants to be around some negative Nancy. And I know that we all have real life problems, things going on. We want people to know that we are a real person, but we don't need to plaster our dirty laundry all over social media. That's just not a smart move from a business standpoint, okay? No politics, and you just need to think in a business mindset that it's not smart. So you need to be consistent on being positive and throw away that negativity. Consistent in trying new things, okay? For example, you're watching this training, whether you're watching other trainings, if you see something that other consultants are doing or many consultants are telling you is working for them, then I hope that you are willing to try that for your business. I hope you're willing to take the leap and be consistent in trying new things to boost your business, because these other consultants are telling you, hey, this is working really well for me. They're giving you tips. They're giving you tricks. They're giving you ideas of new things to try and new things to do to improve your business. And I really hope that you take those things seriously and you step out of your comfort zone and you try new things. Okay? So now let's move a little bit more straightforward on to more business aspects, I guess I could say. Consistent in making time for your business. This is one of the number one things that I feel like people have trouble with. We all have different battles that we face. Some show it, a lot less than others, but we are all battling, different battles. We all have things going on. We're all busy, whether it be work, whether it be ball games. Everybody's got to cook dinner, clean the house. Everybody is busy. Okay. Do not let that be your excuse. Do not let that be your excuse if you want more out of this business. You have to make the time. I like to tell my teammates if they will dedicate 45 minutes a day, that's minimum 45 minutes a day on their business. And when I say dedicate, I mean, put your phone down. You have, whether you're, say you don't have a babysitter for your kids, maybe it's late at night when your kids go to bed or your spouse is going to work early in the morning, whatever time that you truly have to yourself to sit down with no interruptions and work your business and do income producing activities. That does not mean spend 45 minutes making samples. That's not income producing activities. That means 45 minutes front loading your month, scheduling parties, following up with customers, scheduling posts for the upcoming week, whatever it might be doing. 45 minutes, guys. We have 24 hours in the day. And if you want more out of this business, surely to goodness, you can find 45 minutes out of your day, whatever works for you. That's the cool thing about this business. It doesn't have to be a certain time of the day. It's what works for you. Okay. 45 minutes out of the day, minimum, to work on income producing activities. Or you can even go to the full power hour, which we like talking about, where you dedicate a whole hour. But I will say, clearly, the more time you put in, the better. But if you can do a minimum 45 minutes a day, then you can see huge success in your business as long as you are doing income producing activities and working your time wisely in that 45 minutes. Consistent in checking your workstation and news tab. That's pretty simple, right? But you guys would be surprised, or you might already get a ton of questions that you have other consultants asking you. And if they would simply open up their workstation, look through their news tab, most of your answers are found right there. You need to make it a habit every day to check your news tab at least once a day. At least once a day, make it a habit. You're checking your news tab. As simple as that for your business. You need to know what things are happening. You need to know if a new product's getting ready to release. You need to know if they're getting ready to change. Like today, they just announced that that the Sensational Start and Shooting Star is going back to the original pre-COVID extension on November 1st. You need to know this stuff for yourself and for your team. So you need to check your news tab every day. Consistent in front loading your month. This is huge. If you do not front load your month, guys, you are seriously, you're just stressing yourself out, is what I feel like. If you're not front loading your month, the end of the month's going to come. You might not be like even, getting paid at title yet. You might not even have hit that title yet. And you are literally messaging everybody you can think of, trying to get last minute orders, waiting till midnight to try to get these orders just to try to hit your minimum numbers. And it should not be like that. It does not have to be as hard as that. You guys are making yourself work harder. You need to front load your month. Today is the 15th of October. It's about time, if you haven't already started, start planning for November. We multitask in this business. We're working now and we're working in the future, right? So you need to be front loading your months. What does that mean? That means you are scheduling parties, okay? And when I say parties, it can be Facebook parties, it can be in-home parties, it can be bag parties, it can be getting a bulk order together of maybe a new release that's coming out. It can be, getting a little get together, a group of people together at a coffee shop and plan on getting orders that way. But the thing is that you want to have, I always tell myself that I want 500 PRV before the 10th of the month. That's considered front loading your month, right? If I have a $6,000 goal that I want to hit that month in PRV, then by the 15th of that month, I better have 3,000 PRV to know that I'm on schedule, right? And if you have these goals, you have to have a plan to get there, okay? So you have to be consistent in front loading your months. If you come in saying you want a 2,000 PRV month, and you're like, okay, great, how are you going to get it? And you have no earthly idea how you're going to get that, then you're not front loading your months and you don't have your months planned out. And likely you're not going to reach that goal. You have to plan it out. You have to book the parties, and you have to plan ahead, and you have to be ready on the first day of that month. I panic when the first day of that month and everybody sets back to zero. Like, I try to make sure I have something going in on the first of the month, no matter what. Like, I do not like seeing that zero, and you guys shouldn't either. You guys need to come in strong right out of the gate so that the rest of the month just falls into place, and you're not stressing yourself out at the end trying to scramble at the end of the month. Sorry, guys. Let's see. This is huge. Consistent on posting on social media platforms. When I talk about social media platforms, I'm talking about Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, TikTok, your social media stories, things like that. You need to be consistent. You hear me? Every single day, every day you should be posting something about your business. Every day. Okay? And I personally, I use all of them. Okay? I'll post about something in my VIP group. And then in my stories, I might post the same thing, but just in a little bit of a different way. I might, every once in a while I'll post on my personal Facebook as well. I want as many people as I can to see my stuff. And that's the problem, is you guys are not being consistent with posting. You'll post once a week. Nobody will like it. You'll get frustrated. You'll want to give up and be like, nobody's liking my stuff. Nobody's going to order off of me. No, they're not, because they probably don't even realize you sell. Do you know how many people see in that one post you post once a week? Not many. Not many, not everybody's just sitting there scrolling Facebook. You have to keep it in their face, okay? Because somebody different's always going to be seeing it. And you never want to only post in your VIP group. Guys, I have had people join my team that's never bought off of me. If they've never bought off of me, they're not in my VIP group. So if I wasn't advertising on my personal Facebook or my personal Instagram stories, these people that's not bought off of me wouldn't even be seeing my post. You have to share so that everybody sees it. And then the most important thing about when you share this stuff is you want to share something that's worth seeing. We see all kinds of stuff on Facebook. You want them to be scrolling and to stop. They want to be like, what in the world did that girl post? I want to see what that is. Oh, that warmer looks so good. I personally don't use a lot of flyers. I go and I find real life images, or I take them myself, or I use Instagram, Facebook, a billion different places you can find images. That's a whole other topic. And I post images that's going to stop people in their scroll. And I post consistently, guys. I'm going to say it 50 times, I feel like. Post consistently on social media. If you are just posting a couple times a week, that's your problem. That is your problem. It has to be consistent. It has to be daily. You have to be in their face. You are promoting your business, okay? Do not feel bad for that. People will just keep scrolling, okay? Don't feel bad for it. You have to post consistently. Not to mention, we have a billion different platforms. Be fun about it. These TikTok things, I've done like one of them. But some people are like masters at TikTok, and it gets everywhere. You get new customers that way. It's huge. I've had a lot of interest just on stories. If you've not done stories, we already talked about being consistent and trying new things. Try stories. Try stories. See what it is. You don't know what it is? Look it up. Consistent in sharing your love for Scentsy. Share your story every once in a while. Share your why. Why did you join Scentsy? What has it done for you? Share it every once in a while. Don't have to be some typed out message. Go live. I know that scares you. You don't have to be scared. Go live. Do a story. Do a pre-recorded video, whatever you want of yourself. Let people see you talking, and let them see what Scentsy's done for you. Okay, you should be sharing why you love this product. Nobody's going to want to join if they don't have a clue why you like it so much. So you have to be consistent in sharing your love for Scentsy. Consistent in sharing products and how you use them. So say, for example, this can be anything. You might not even have a lot of product on hand, and that's fine. If you have counter clean, show yourself cleaning off your counters. Show yourself using on your stainless steel appliances. Show yourself using it in your microwave before and after. We have a white couch, and Hendrix has spilt popsicles on it I don't know how many times. Guys, counter clean brings it out, and you better believe I might be like, oh my gosh, you just threw that on there. Let me get my camera, and I'll take a before picture of this big blue stain on my couch just so I can show a before, and then I'll get my counter clean on there, use a toothbrush, clean it, and then show an after. The fact is that I'm showing, hey, it really works, and I really use the product, okay? Anytime you're using a Scentsy product, you better be recording that, okay? Show people that you use our products, whether it be our washer whiffs, changing out the wax in your warmers, showing off your favorite scents. People want to know what you like. Share that consistently. Let's see, consistently going live. Again, trying new things. That consistently might be once a week. Challenge yourself to go live once a week. Again, whether it be actual live, whether it be in your stories, whatever it might be. Change up the way you're doing things. Let people see you. Let people know that you sell Scentsy, okay? Don't just assume that these people know. You need to be in their face all the time, showing them the product because you're sharing the product. There's a difference in begging somebody to buy off of you and then you just sharing. You're just sharing how you use the product. And then as you share, these people is going to be intrigued and they're going to message you and they're going to want more information or they're going to want to order, okay? Cotton cleanups. Anytime I show how those cotton cleanups work, guys, I kid you not, I get 5 or 10 orders, it seems like, every time I show how awesome our cotton cleanups are in a video. How awesome the cotton cleanups are because we know they're amazing. Share that stuff consistently. Okay. Consistent in having more conversations and meeting new people. That's huge, right? Everybody always says, I have talked to everybody I know. Nobody wants to buy off of me. Nobody wants to join my team. Nobody wants to host a party. Guess what? It's because you're not talking to enough people. You might be talking to the people you feel comfortable talking to, but you haven't talked to everybody, just the people you feel comfortable talking to. In this business, you have to be consistently meeting new people. I'll say that again. In this business, you have to consistently be meeting new people or you're going to run out of people. It is going to happen. Every day you should be trying to make a new friend. It's as simple as that. Making new friends. Who don't like making new friends, right? So I wrote a couple things down here just for some ideas. So for example, if you're having a party, somebody has a Facebook party, I add all of those people to my personal Facebook page. I'm making new friends with them. I'm not pushing them to buy Scentsy. I'm letting them see pictures of my kid. I am commenting on the picture that they posted of their dinner. I am just building a friendly relationship with them, right? I go to a home party. I add those people to my personal Facebook page as well. I'm making new friends. Say, for example, okay, I have totally took samples in my purse with my labels and intentionally went into Walmart. I go to Walmart all the time. Into the candle aisle at Walmart. Somebody's sniffing the candles, and guess what? I offer them a free sample because guess what? Nobody's going to be turning away any samples. I offer them a free sample of my wax. Say, hey, I sell Scentsy. I don't know if you know what it is, but I see that you're looking for candles, so you love the smell good stuff. Let me give you a couple samples here. And you start a conversation with them. I ask them what their name is. I'll add them to Facebook, not being creepy or anything. Just be like, hey, what's your name? I'm going to add you to Facebook. I'll follow up with you a little bit and make sure you love that scent. You know, have a couple things stashed in your purse. Give people things at Walmart. You're meeting new people. Or if you're like me and I go to McDonald's all the time and I get a frappe, I see the same girl, it seems like, every time I go. So guess what? I can give her a sample one day and then a week later ask her the next time I go in, hey, did you try that sample I got? Or that I gave you? How'd you like it? You're always wanting to meet new people. It might be the cashier at the grocery store that you see all the time. It might be the people at your doctor's office. You might see the same nurse every time you go. Join a club. That sounds crazy, but I'm being serious. Join a club that interests you. Okay, in your area, there might be like a sewing club or a ladies auxiliary at church if you're not in that, or a kinder music for your kids. Join a club where you're going to meet new people and make new friends. In this business, you get to meet new friends. Guys, are you ready? The bigger your friends base, is, the better your business is going to be. So I'll say that again. The bigger your friends base, the better your business is. So the more friends you have, the better your business is going to be. You have to always, always, always be looking for new friends, which is going to turn into new customers, which is going to turn into new hostesses, which can potentially turn into new teammates. Always, 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 always be looking for new friends. And again, that might be out of your comfort zone a little, but you have to do it. You have to get out of your comfort zone and meet new people. And just then I was talking about joining clubs. This can be online too. I talk about like online decorating classes. People will decorate, like there's cake decorating, not classes, groups on Facebook. There's Facebook groups. You know, people might do decorating, farmhouse decorating, or cooking, like I said, or pets, or just different groups that you like, things that you enjoy. add yourself to those groups, meet new friends. You can do it in person or you can do it online, okay? You are not, you have to meet new people. Be consistent in meeting new people and growing your customer base. Consistent in sharing the opportunity and booking parties. Again, parties can be anything. I don't necessarily mean a party. I just mean getting a party order together. And so I was watching a training because, again, I'm a training junkie. And somebody had said, okay, well, I did this follow-up system and I followed up with 30 people. And only 3 people answered me and was even interested in doing a party out of 30. Okay? 30 people, maybe only 3 people showed interest. Do you know what? Statistically, that's correct. So in statistics, 1 out of every 10 people you ask is going to be interested in what you're offering them, whether it be hosting a party, ordering something, or joining your team. 1 out of 10 people. So if you're only asking 10 people, then guys, the odds really not in your favor too much, right? You've got to ask more people. So remember that 1 out of every 10 people are likely to be interested in what you are offering them. So you have to be asking all the people, all the people. Okay, consistency in following up. This is huge. If you're not following up with your customers, there's your problem right there. If you are not following up, if you're not following up and have some type of system, if you're trying to do all your follow-ups up here, I tried to do that once. Trust me, it did not go well. I thought I could remember everything. You cannot. Do not do that to yourself. I don't care if you go back simple ways and just have a plain notebook and a sheet of paper and just something that you can figure out who you are following up with, or whether you have some fancy sheet, or whether you use the Amy app, guys. The Amy app, it does it for you. Some type of follow-up system so that you know you are following up with your customers. For example, let's say the 222 method. You all heard that, likely. You follow up with them 2 days after they receive their order, 2 weeks after they receive their order, and 2 months after they received it, okay? You have to be following up with them. Think of it like, for example, you're at a restaurant. We've all heard, I've heard other consultants say this. You're at a restaurant and your waitress comes and asks if you want a refill. I sure hope you're not offended by that, right? We all expect our waitress to ask if we need a refill. Think of that as your business, okay? Your customer expects you to follow up with them and see if they need refills. It's not their job to remember to message you. They're busy too, right? They're not doing it for the money. They need you to contact them because they're busy in life. They forgot. They don't remember until they come in and their house is stinky and they're like, man, I need to message Shonda. Oh, but I got 50 other things to do. I forgot. But when I message them, they're like, oh yeah, I keep meaning to message you and I just got so busy. They need to hear from you. It is your job to follow up with them. And that's huge. If you're not following up with your customers, I can promise you right now that's one of your biggest problems, especially on getting repeat customers right there. If you're not doing it, that's your problem. Consistent in cheering. Now we're going to talk about your front line a little bit. You got a team, you have a job to do with them as well. You need to consistently be cheering on and checking in on your front line, right? We always want to be building relationship with our front line and with our down line. And you need to be consistently doing that, okay? If you have to have a checklist, making sure you talk to somebody at least once that month, then do it, okay? You have to have some type of system and you have to follow up with your downline. Consistent in building relationships. Consistent in running reports. You need to know if your downline's getting ready to promote. You need to know if your downline is 2 PRV away from hitting sensational start level 3. They might not know it. You need to know that, and you need to message them and let them know and cheer them on. You need to be consistent in running reports, okay? Running reports to check your own numbers. I write my own numbers down every day. Every single day I reflect on it, and if they haven't moved in a while, then guess what? I better be doing something, okay? You need to be checking your own numbers every day, and you need to be checking in on your front line. You have to, okay? That's part of your job if you want it to be successful. You do not get somebody on your team and not do anything and not check in with them, okay? You are their biggest cheerleader, and you are going to be running reports. So if you are not consistently running reports, you need to be doing that. If you don't know how to run reports, again, that's a whole other training. But contact your sponsor, contact your director, and they will be happy to give you some more information or send you a link of a training that might help you a little bit better on running reports. Okay. Consistent in customer service. Okay. So let me just say that you want people to continue coming back to you, okay? There could be a ton of consultants in your area. For example, my area there is. And I want to make sure I'm doing everything I can to take care of my customers. That way they come back to me. That way they choose to shop with me. And I want to just say first and foremost is you do not have to break the bank for this, okay? You might see a lot of people doing a lot of fluff. They might be doing all kinds of cool things. It does not have to be that difficult. You do not have to put a lot of money into it. You are just putting the time into it, okay? It can be as simple as a handwritten thank you card. I use this all the time. We use elderberry syrup all the time. So I ordered from this girl on Facebook. They have like a local farm and they do this elderberry syrup. So I ordered it off of her. Every single time I order, I get a handwritten thank you card in with my order. She might have pre-wrote that and just slapped my name on it. I don't care what she did. The point was that she's took the time to say thank you for choosing me. Thank you for supporting my business. I appreciate you. She took the time and I appreciate her for that. And I'm going to continue to give her my business. And that's how you need to think, okay? If somebody orders from your website, one, you have their phone number. You should be texting them, telling them who you are right away and saying thank you. Thank you for your purchase. I hope you love your new warmer that you bought. And then send them something in the mail. Again, guys, you do not have to break the bank. I'm talking like one stamp or maybe a 70-cent stamp. A thank you card, if you want to do a felt sample. And then sometimes I go to the Dollar Tree and I get like a bag of candy. You can get a bag of like peppermints for $1 that has all kinds of singly wrapped peppermints that you can throw in somebody's bag. You do not have to break the bank. I'm not telling you to put, all this crazy stuff in a bag. I'm saying take the time to let them know that they are appreciated, okay? And it might come easy. Write all kinds of thank you cards out at once if you want to, or you can make it more personable if you want to wait. But what I do is I have little bags made up. I make them up in bulk. I make like 30 or 35 bags up. Right now I have a product sheet in it, 2 Rolos because I love Rolos, and I have a couple samples in it. But it just kind of looks pretty, and sometimes I'll put a sticker on it. You don't have to do all that. You don't have to do it. Just take the time to say thank you. Give them a little something, something. Text them saying thank you, and then you're going to follow up with them. You're already going to be friends with them on Facebook. They're going to want to keep coming back to you because you are friendly to them, because you are letting them know that you appreciate them. Customer follow-up can be the biggest thing, and if you are not doing it, I promise another consultant will, and they will take your customer. When technically it's not that. Our customers choose who they want to shop with, and they're going to choose who is taking better care of them. I'm not going to lie. I've lost customers before. I've looked and I'll be like, well, crap, no wonder they didn't come back to me. I ain't checked in on them in 2 months. And it's because I didn't have a system in place. I was trying to do it all up here, and I can't do it all up here, okay? I was not consistently taking care of my customers. And if you're not consistently taking care of your customers, somebody else will. And let me see, I think that was it. I wanted to add, if you want to be successful in this business, guys, you have to do what 99% of other people won't do, okay? If you do what 99% of other people won't do, you're going to be where 99% of other people aren't, right? Guys, some of these consultants make crazy amounts of money, and I'm not telling myself I can't do that. I'm telling myself I can and I will, right? And I have to be consistent in every aspect of my business for this to be successful. I have to make the time for this business. That way I don't ever have to work outside of my home again. That way if you hate your job and you want to work part-time, Scentsy can do it for you, okay? Scentsy can do it. And if you guys have not seen success stories from other consultants, I highly encourage you to watch them. But consistency is key. You will hear it over and over again. I cannot say it enough. Consistency has to do with your own mindset in every aspect of your business. So does anybody have any questions or anything they want to add about consistency? Let me blow my screen back up here so I can see y'all.
I'll be the first one.
Okay, let's hear it.
So the follow-up
Mhm.
for, let's say, an at-home party. I constantly have the same issue. I shouldn't say issue, but where a client will purchase an item and it's somebody I do not know. They were a friend of the host,
Mhm.
and they just want to give me their first name and ship it to their friend.
Mhm.
No matter how I try to reword it, no matter how I'll even like hand them the order sheet and be like, oh, just fill in the blanks here. And they're like, oh, my name's Susie, and just hands it right back. And don't worry about it. Just, send it to her house. How do you do a follow-up on someone like that?
So there's
Especially if you're buying the product there that you have on hand.
Okay, so say for example you're using the form like you said and they don't do it, then you can even say, do you care to write your phone number down just in case there's a discrepancy with your order? Let's be honest, things sell out. You might be at a party and you might get home 30 minutes later and it's not. I've done fundraisers like that before, and no matter how many times you tell people to put their information on there, they don't. And then something goes out of stock and I can't follow up with them. So in all honesty, that's a very good excuse to bring up to get their contact information is, we've had, our products have been super popular right now. We've had a lot of things selling out. Do you care if you just, can I get your phone number? Just in case I have any questions, or your email address, or something like that. Now I will say for online orders, another thing, our online orders already showed on PWS, but I've also seen people do Google Forms, like if they're doing a Facebook party. Like for a contest. I don't know if you guys have ever seen people do party bags or party packs or whatever, but on a Google form, then you can have people, they have to write down their first name, their last name, their email, their phone number. And then I also have them tell me, have you ever considered joining Scentsy? Have you ever thought about hosting a party to receive free product? But I have things like that sometimes that I'll have people fill out for contest on an online party as far as that goes. But as far as like an in-home or just any type of party, just tell them that you need their first and last name and their phone number or email, just in case there's any discrepancies with their order, because they shouldn't have any trouble whatsoever or even feel the slightest bit weird that you're going to be asking them for that, because there could potentially be something that could be wrong with their order.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Does that help?
It does. It helps a lot.
Okay. Does anybody else have any questions? Anybody? You guys, I know I didn't go over everything. Come on. I'll get off here, then I'll be getting some messages and people will be asking me some questions. And I know some of this was kind of basic, but I hope that it still helped in some ways to give you guys some ideas, or maybe to let you, reflect on yourself and maybe think that might be my problem. Maybe that's what I'm doing. Maybe that's what my problem, why I might not be able to get high PRV, or why these customers ain't coming back to me. Trust me, I have aha moments all the time. I think I already said too, be consistent in watching these trainings, not just our trainings, guys. You can go to YouTube and you can find so many different consultants that share so much knowledge with you. They give you so many tips, so many ideas, and you're like, why did I not think of that? Like I do that all the time. I'm like, well, hello, like I could have been doing that for the last 3 months. Why didn't I think of that? And you wouldn't know it if you don't watch these trainings. People take the time to make these trainings, and it's to help you. If you will put time into your business to watch trainings like this and like other people do, I promise you will see huge growth in your business and a huge change in your mindset. Huge. But does anybody else have anything to say? Any more questions? Any thumbs up? Did anybody think this was helpful? Helpful. There we go. Thank you, Charity. Thank you, Zeri. My mom's on here. She's just staring at me. I guess she didn't. But again, thank you guys for week 1. We will be doing these every single. Oh, Amy, was you gonna say something?
I was gonna say I can't find the thumbs up. You just mean they are on video doing a thumbs up?
Yeah, I could just see their faces. They just.
I was like looking for a thumbs up. Like, where can I do it? Okay.
But I thank you guys for coming on here. We are going to do these every Thursday. Again, we are going to have different leaders, and it's so crazy because you will see how you connect with different leaders. Some leaders are more, I love listening to Stephanie, because Stephanie, I feel like, is so much more in depth and more, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. She's just like, and then me, I'm just like this. some people like this, and then some people like more of the deep trainings. And so it's just really neat because we all have something to bring to the table. And I think it's going to be great just to have a majority of faces sharing all the things to help you guys and to help us. I know that I'm going to learn a ton of things just for this training. I watched other trainings to make sure I didn't forget anything. So I'm learning just by doing these trainings for you guys as well. So I hope it's been helpful. It looked like we got up to 25 participants at one time. I was hoping to get up to 30, and we was going to do a drawing. We got up to 25, and guess what, guys? We're going to be hardcore in here. We didn't get up to 30, so no drawing. But I hope you guys, I will post this recording into the Team Wick list and into my Saved by the Smell. I don't even think I told you guys who I am. And those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Shonda Maynard. I'm a star director for Saved by the Smell. So I will be posting it in both of those groups. It'll be sometime this weekend. It might not be tonight. Tag your teamies, encourage them to watch it. And I encourage you guys to start being more consistent with your business, being more consistent with systems. That way you are working smarter and not working harder and still seeing huge successes in your business. So if you guys are good, we will call it a night, and I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Bye.
Bye.